These are the scariest jobs in the world. From having to defuse explosives, guard dangerous prisoners, experience unforgiving waters, and sometimes even go inside volcanoes. Welcome back, Charlie here. You're about to see the world's most terrifying jobs, and find out how much they pay. First, we have to look at the job of a bomb diffuser. Bomb diffusers are essential in war. It's not just dangerous, it's also one of the most stressful jobs you could ever imagine. If you mess up, then you and everyone around you will be blown up. Not to mention they're normally in very dangerous places like war zones. Sometimes they have to defuse bombs, and sometimes they need to detonate suspicious packages. Sometimes defusals go wrong and the bomb explodes. You may think the bomb defusal suit means that any defusers would live, but that is not true. Bomb defusal suits are meant to protect from shrapnel, but they don't protect from the explosion or blast wave itself. Just the blast wave can cause blast lung and other potentially fatal internal injuries. Bomb defusal suits can't even stop most bullets, and in some countries bomb defusers don't even wear these suits. Each suit costs around $20,000, so in poor countries they don't have enough to go around. But how much do you make if you're willing to put your life on the line and defuse bombs? Well, surprisingly, not that much. Bomb defusers make around $56,000 per year, which is actually under the average US salary. What these people do is heroic, but for that amount of money, is it really worth the risk? Another very scary job is being a prison guard. Imagine having to manage some of the most dangerous and scary people in the world. Prisons are normally very understaffed. For every 100 inmates, there's only around 10 guards. This means they are way outnumbered. They have to deal with prisoners sometimes attacking them, and sometimes prison escapes. Sometimes prison guards even have to track down prisoners who have escaped. In 2013, 53 prison guards passed away on the job. This was normally from inmates who turned violent. Prison guards make around $50,000 per year. Some prison guards say that being at work is like being in jail themselves. They're just like the inmates, except they leave at the end of the day. But while they're in there, they still experience prison like many of the inmates. Prison can be very depressing. Even as a prison guard, you're stuck inside a dark metal and concrete building all day. You also have to work with some of the worst people in the world, dealing with people who may be serving life sentences for unspeakable crimes. Another scary job many people overlook is being a wind turbine technician. In 2012, 63 technicians passed away. It's easy to fall off these wind turbines, and sometimes these wind turbines catch fire. In 2013, this windmill fire trapped 2 technicians. One of the workers tried to escape through the fire. Another waited as long as possible for a helicopter rescue, but it wasn't possible because of the smoke. Eventually he jumped, meaning that both passed away. These wind turbine fires are surprisingly common. Wind turbine technicians make an average of $56,000 per year, which is surprisingly low considering the risk. Moving on, let's look at the job of an oil rigger. An oil rig is one of the most dangerous places to work. For one, you're in the middle of the ocean where waters can be very unpredictable. If you get caught in a storm, then your entire oil rig may shake. And gigantic waves sometimes push people into the sea. Oil riggers work 16-hour shifts with very little sleep. In America alone, every year 150 people pass away on oil rigs. This is normally due to fires and explosions. The average salary of an oil rig worker is $50,000 per year. Another scary job is being a bodyguard. You need to be very well trained at self-defense, and in some cases offensive and defensive driving. Celebrity bodyguards have to deal with crazy fans, and bodyguards for politicians have to deal with assassination attempts. When you sign up to be a bodyguard, you agree to give up your safety for your boss. You might literally have to take a bullet while on the job. Unlike in other jobs, if you make a mistake, then lives are on the line. Bodyguards make around $65,000 per year. Guarding humans is scary, but an even scarier job is guarding money. That's exactly what security truck drivers have to do every single day. These security trucks are a massive target for criminals. In some countries, armored vehicle drivers are armed. This is because robberies of these trucks are so common. A single one of these vehicles can carry $600 million. They normally don't carry that much. The average amount these armored trucks carry is $2 to $4 million. But that's still a lot, and you can see why so many of these get robbed every year. The drivers wear bulletproof vests and helmets, but sadly that's sometimes not enough to save their lives. Armored truck drivers make around $90,000 per year. Now let's look up at another very scary job. I'm talking about skyscraper window cleaners. Ever wondered how those massive buildings stay so shiny? Well, there's actually people cleaning these individual windows. Sometimes these window cleaning platforms break. This can cause them to swing around very high up in the sky until they're rescued. And sometimes window cleaners simply fall from buildings. In 2017, a window cleaner from New York fell 10 stories. But miraculously, he survived. However, most other window cleaners who fall are not so lucky. Skyscraper window cleaners make around $35,000 per year. Another terrifying job is being a volcano researcher. These volcanologists sometimes pass away due to lava bubbles popping. Sometimes they need to go to the site of erupting volcanoes. Take a look at this very haunting image taken in 1980. It shows a volcanologist named David A. Johnston. Just hours after this was taken, his life would end. This was thanks to the volcanic eruption of Mount St. Helens. Years later, one of David's friends named Harry Glicken met the same fate. He was researching Mount Unzen in Japan, but that's when he lost his life to a massive volcano cloud. Volcanologists earn around $100,000 per year. Finally, let's look at the job of a ship captain. It's safe to say the ocean is one of the scariest places on the planet. Ship captains have to make sure their ship does not capsize even in the worst of storms. They are the last line of defense, even when ships are literally breaking apart due to very tough waters. There are many things that can go wrong on ships. There can be crashes, anchor drop failures, and massive unexpected storms. Ship captains make around $90,000 per year. Some would say being a YouTuber is an even more dangerous job. I could have strained my voice when making this video, or injured my finger when clicking my mouse. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment down below which of these jobs you would do and how much you'd have to be paid to do them.